Hey guys, it's Feels Bad Man here, and today we have a gameplay commentary. Before I get into the commentary itself, I just want to apologize for the recent absence of videos. I know it's been about a month since I've uploaded, but I just want to make you guys aware that I am on summer break, and I've been doing a lot of things outside of sitting in my house. And so I just want to make you guys aware of that. But anyways, today I want to talk about kind of a weird issue. It is Overwatch on PC versus console. So those of you who do not know, I play Overwatch on my laptop, so I'm on PC. However, when Overwatch first dropped, I bought it both on PC and on my console, on my PS4. And I just mostly played on PC because most of my friends play on PC, and that's where I had more fun with it. That's just, I had more people to play with. However, I didn't really touch the console version too much, even though I paid more for it. I paid $60 for the console version and $40 for the PC version because you actually had options. But recently I saw one of my friends online on the PS4, and I was like, hey, I'll play Overwatch on the console, like no problem. So I hop on, and weird enough to say, I had a really poor experience on the console. Like, I love Overwatch. Overwatch is a really fun game. It's really fast paced, and I think it's one of the best games released so far this year. However, on the PC and not on console. On console, it was a slower paced game. The controls were clunky, and the player base was not as good as console. So going back to the pace of the game, everything just seemed like slower, and I don't know what really causes that, because I mean it's the same game, but it just seemed slower and kind of boring. I don't know if that was just because kind of mixture of the player base and the controls, but I don't know. It just seems slower than the PC version, and that definitely decreased the fun in the game. It definitely lowered the quality and experience of the game, as well as the controls are really, really clunky. It doesn't feel good to play the game. It doesn't feel satisfying to use your abilities, and I don't know, like, you can obviously rearrange which buttons do which. However, it still doesn't feel as good as a mouse and keyboard, which is really odd because I come from a console background. I was raised playing console games. Like, I just recently started playing on the PC. So there's that, and for example, your ultimate is, if you guys play PS4 or you're familiar with the PS4 controller, you have to press triangle to use your ultimates, and that's a really weird transition going from R1 and L1, your trigger buttons to use abilities and auto attack and whatnot, to triangle to use your ultimate. It's a really weird, and it feels really clunky. And obviously you can reorganize it, but like I said, it just doesn't feel good. And that's one of my biggest issues, is the controls on it just don't feel as good as PC. It doesn't feel as smooth, and doesn't feel as glossy as it should be, especially when you pay more for that. And then the last thing is that the player base, like I said, don't get an angry mob. Like, I was raised on console. That's what I play. I play PS2, I play PS3, and now I have a PS4. Trust me, I've done it all. I'm a console guy at heart. But console gamers just don't know what they're doing with this type of game. Like, this game is not a usual game for console people. Like, this kind of style of game is not a regular thing. People are used to first person shooters and whatnot, and that's solid. That's great. However, this is not their kind of title. Like, I remember playing a game, I wish I got a gameplay for it, but I don't have a capture card for my PS4. I was playing Reinhardt, and as soon as I died, the game changed in the other team's favor. Like, I don't mean to sound cocky or whatever. Like, oh yeah, I was totally carrying the game. It was all me. No, but as soon as I died, my entire team was just goofing around. You know what I mean? Just doing whatever. And we ended up losing that game. And every time I died, the other team would get the advantage. And that was not just one game, that was multiple games of me being the PC gamer, kind of knowing what's going on in Overwatch and kind of switching team comps and whatnot to know what we're doing. But as soon as I would die, it'd be over. And so the player base just isn't, it's not even that they're worse or anything, that they're just like uneducated and not used to this style of game, which obviously I think will improve over time if Overwatch kind of catches on, or this style of game kind of catches on. However, as of right now, the player base is just kind of like derping around a little bit. I mean, not to be rude, because like I said, I'm a console guy at heart, but we just kind of don't know what to do. I mean, gosh, yeah, no, I ran into team comps where it was like 3 Genjis, and like they were encouraging each other, like, yeah, dude, we got this, like, no problem. Like, you know, obviously I make videos where, you know, the full cheese Reinhardt video and all that kind of like where we goof around, but like these guys were like legitimate, like, we're gonna win with 3 Genjis on defense. And they're like, yeah, like, let's go. And I was like, no, not like this, like, no. So I mean, it's not pretty. I mean, I was level 2, like I said, I didn't play like at all on the console, so that might have been it. However, I was playing with level 40s and 30s too, and it just wasn't much better, unfortunately. But you know, I was like, hey, you know what? I haven't played console in a while. I was like, maybe it's just me, you know, playing console for the first time in a few months. 'Cause I haven't played in a few months because I've been grinding, you know, Overwatch and League of Legends. And so I was just kind of like, all right, let's try it. So I put in Black Ops 3. And I was like, all right, let's see how this is. And it definitely was a lot of fun. I actually got, like, I think I got final kill cam every single game I played. Not to brag or anything, pretty good. But yeah, I mean, I was using the Dracon and the Argus and all that stuff. I'm having a lot of fun on Black Ops 3. Even though I hadn't played the game in a while, and I haven't, you know, played console in a while either, the game was still really fun, and it felt good. It felt smooth. And obviously that's because, you know, it's a AAA title, and it's Call of Duty, and Call of Duty, you know, is a really good game. But so is Overwatch on PC. And so it's really disappointing to see how Blizzard, racist Blizzard, man, racist Blizzard, how Blizzard just kind of ported this to the PCs to just make more money. I don't blame them for it, but at the same time, I spent more money on the console version that I don't play because it's bad. I mean, it's not good, than the PC version, where I actually really enjoy playing a lot and make, you know, commentary for you guys. And so just kind of the takeaway is, if you're planning on buying it for console, I would actually not recommend buying Overwatch. I don't think you'll enjoy it on console. It's a big statement because my entire channel is kind of based around Overwatch mostly. I haven't really uploaded anything else yet. However, it's really not that great of an experience. And maybe you wouldn't really care because you haven't played the PC version yet, and maybe it's a grand old time on console if you haven't played PC. But just knowing what PC has and what PC is, it's so much better on PC, which is really, really, really concerning, because I lost about $60. I don't know if I can refund that. I think about that. But yeah, so I just want to let you guys, you know, have a little discussion about that. I know I have 20 subscribers and no one's going to comment, so that's super solid. Super cool. YouTube's awesome. So yeah, leave a comment if you guys have anything. Maybe you guys think Overwatch on console is fantastic. I don't know, whatever. Anyways, you guys have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will see you guys in the next one.